Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tanuki Studios podcast this week. My name is Charles Callahan, and this is my awesome co-host, Davis Peng.
What's going on?
We are here after how many weeks?
Let's see. Like last time I came down here was like October.
Yeah, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, but explain to the crowd on what your senior project's about.
It's about a young boy who, after the death of his mother, is struggling with getting motivated and just living out his life until one day a small bird lands on his windowsill and inspires him to move on and basically just live the rest of his life. And this bird itself is like a spiritual representation of his mom, and it helps encourage him along the way. So, character designs. This is the character rotation of my main character. His name is Boy. Very original, I know. And then from there, you just kind of refine it as you go. You start working on your color palette. Try to get some style frames, which are basically just finished shots of what you want your film to be. For instance, this will be a shot in the film later on. The boy and his mom, and this will be a picture of them, and this will be one of the shots that they'll focus on, just to get a general idea of what it wants to be, or what it'll look like. Other classes have kept me kind of busy, but this class is fine. We started early, over the summer, and that's helped out a lot because I did all the pre-production stuff, the animatic, all over the summer, and then she's all right, everyone's pretty much super ahead. And I've just been focusing on slightly bit more in other classes, and instantly all of a sudden we're already at 75% completion of the semester, and I'm like, holy shit, and it's really crazy. I'm working on my backgrounds is the main thing, and then we're gonna be working on my animation. Cool thing is at the end of the semester it's basically I need to have all my backgrounds done. And then just a little bit of animation, nothing crazy. As you can see down here, I have a whole list of my color palette. I should have labeled it, but it's fine. I mean, you can kind of compare and contrast as you go along and just kind of see what matches and what doesn't. But I should definitely have. Davis is going to have the entire time figuring that out.
Dude, I'm just gonna do the fucking eyedropper tool and just write down the color code.
Yeah, well, guess what, motherfucker? Each one is a different color for each outline, so have fun with that.
Fuck off, goddamn.
Yep. Well, good news. They're all here. You just gotta figure out which one it is. It's basically just a slideshow of how your movie will play out. And, you'll go in, draw it all out, work out the angles, the camera. If you want to get fancy, put in some blanking on the name right now. So if you're familiar with storyboarding, basically it's pretty much, the same storyboarding process. It's online and you can use it, just like how you would a animation software. Just add new frame button. There's a button for everything pretty much. Storyboard Pro are really good. They're just really solid base to use, and a lot of people, I think, use them. Yeah, it's just a straightforward method.
You kind of find it hard being motivated at home, especially with friends coming over and being off on break already?
Yeah, I mean, you make it really hard. No, I'm just yes. I think that it's not the friend aspect that I have a problem with. It's just being in an area that you're so familiar with as all right, this is where I relax. It's having to differentiate work time and relaxation. It's very difficult, especially at home. When you've got other things popping in, like family or something, it's easy to get distracted. But I think that I've gotten to a point where I'm okay, I know when to kind of switch it on and off, and know kind of when in my mind, when I'm getting distracted, be okay, give myself a 5-minute break and then go back to it. It's really just a matter of, like you were saying, getting motivated for it. Sometimes it can be hard because you're I would work on it, but well, the thing is like the deadline's so far away and I already got so much done and I've like, there's all this other classes going on. I'm like, I kind of want to focus on those right now. And then eventually it's like, I should really focus back and you don't expect it. I would say that if you have a desire to do something, say design, or if you really like storyboarding or whatever, go for it. You've got the drive to do it and try to go as hard as you can. Sometimes you'll stumble. Sometimes you'll kind of just zone out and don't want to do it anymore. And it's at those times you just got to reassess yourself and be like, okay, do I really want to do this? And if I do, what's the next step? And just try not to get lost along the way.